Cannon boy.
Chael might be a little older than that. Yeah. Anderson's greatest middleweight.
Gordon, by the way.
Well, this boy put his foot up.
Put my daughter right there.
What did I do?
Are you talking about the one where his ankle snapped? You're talking about that one? You're talking about something? You're talking about he kicked up?
Where you were?
Whoa!
Foot comes that quick.
You on a power cord.
And the toes hit the mother. I never seen nothing like this. And the boy, that boy did like this.
It's probably decent quality.
I think you're thinking of a different fight now.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
thinking of Vitor. Vitor Belfort.
Oh, that's definitely facing us.
Yeah.
Definitely
Certainly
recording.
recording.
That's the
We
front
can cut this shit out though.
It's like a legendary kid.
Alright, talk your shit, man.
The Chael signed when he kicked him and they dropped him and then kneed him to the body and took him out with punches.
Let me ask you something. What does the thoughts mean to you in shots and thoughts?
He can work that foot.
How do you feel about that? It's really good.
Give me a
He
second.
doesn't think it sounds like a
Alright, well I'm gonna say what it means to me. Thoughts is a play on the word thoughts.
I only know because this is how he talks to me all the time.
Because I'm pretty much married.
Like
so
twats.
There's no thoughts. But also, I might have Brittany on this one day, so she's kind of a thought. My wife. Well, soon to be wife.
Dude, I was introduced you guys as a wife. And
I do too, and then I'll tell people she's my wife, and then I'll mention, oh yeah, my girlfriend. I'm like, man, how
no,
many
you gotta
girls
stay
you see?
consistent. Why do you not? Okay, why
Because
do you?
then one day I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm getting married today. And they're gonna be like, wait, I thought you already were married.
Fair,
And I'll be
fair.
like, that was a different girl.
That was the other one that was short and cute too. That's Brittany 2, not Brittany 1.
Too many Britneys.
Dude, I was so mad when you guys first started. Oh,
Because you a bitch.
no, I was livid about you guys, man.
Over exaggerating.
No, I was
That
pissed, man.
camera's kind of fading, yeah.
I was fucking pissed, man. I was pissed because you started with someone that you just went out there and you gave your heart and gave everything to right off the bat. With no regards to anything. You're just like, hey. And it worked out. And it worked out very well. Like, you got a really awesome girl, really awesome daughter, and it worked out.
Right. There was a lot of thoughts in between, though.
No, there was a lot of twats in between. But there was a lot of
There's
thoughts.
a lot. You know what thoughts are, right?
Yeah.
What are they?
Pussy.
What, yeah, that whole bit of that. That's what it means. Well, that's what the black thing means.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Apparently, I'm black at heart, so I should know.
It's crazy. When I first met you, man, I was like, this kid, when I first met you, man, don't want kids, don't want anything.
That's not when you first met me. That was when I was in Maya.
True.
When you first met me, I was basically a teenager.
When I first met you, you fucking were like, my toe hurts, I can't run super far. You had those fucking like little fucking shoes on that with all little fingers.
Yeah, I had a fracture.
Yeah, well,
I had no health insurance.
but you had, yeah, and then we climbed over a fucking building and ran across the fucking building on a tree.
Yeah, that fucking hair was in my mouth.
And, that's how I fucking met this fucker.
My beard hair.
Yeah, met him with a fractured toe, and then, we traveled together for, dude, we only traveled together for what, like 6, no, it was like 3-4 weeks.
It was like a month and a half.
Yeah, so it was like 6 weeks we traveled together, and then it was done, dude. We were done. But we stayed connected the whole time.
This is,
You want to know why we stayed connected?
this won't be like
It's
this all
because
the
he's
time.
so short.
This will
I
be,
need a stool to step on.
He's on a different thought level. This is not going to be the regular venue and the regular setup.
This is...
I got mics coming, bruh.
This is
We're going in the garage where it's cold.
testing, kind of seeing if we can have a conversation longer than 20 minutes, and seeing if it
20 is good. I'm down with that.
seeing if it hits and see what happens. Posting it to the world and accepting what the world thinks.
Hey, tips.
Gosh, that's fucking scary.
What's your elevator? What?
My elevator pitch?
Yeah.
All right.
About yourself, not insurance.
I can adapt. I can create.
That's how you start. No, I'm talking about elevator pitch with total strangers. You're like, I can adapt, bro.
Oh no! All right. Hey Clark, my name is Benjamin. I just wanted to meet you. Don't tell. You're not supposed to respond, motherfucker. Yeah, he's horrible at elevator pitches. He doesn't
I'm
even
posting
know.
this either whether Ben likes it or not. By the way, don't say
Hey,
anything you don't want to.
hey Clark, my name is
Stop touching me,
Ben.
bro. Sorry, that was from a different podcast. All right, Clark. I'm Clark.
Hey Clark, my name is Benjamin. I just want to introduce yourself. You know, I see your ROIs right now. I think I can introduce them into. Oh fucking goddamn.
No, I'm talking about
Fuck.
your elevator pitch for
Yeah, that
yourself.
fucked up.
What? How do you fucking you return on investment for your load?
Exactly, dude. As soon as I started talking ROI, I started thinking about my current business and current what I'm doing, and I was like, fuck.
Well, that brings me to another point. Why do people introduce themselves as what they do for a living?
Because they're
Like-
proud?
Hey, like, so I drive truck for a living, but I don't introduce myself as a truck driver. I introduce myself as a person.
Well, I never introduced myself as I do insurance.
But what? No, I'm not talking about you.
But no, like generalization.
Bastard.
Fuck you.
All right, so no, shut up. So I drive truck for a living. I drive truck for a means to an end. So I'm a human who has a job that
I have a job.
who. What do you fucking do?
There's a means
Not my
to an
point.
end.
Yeah, it's a means to. Well, that's what I'm saying. Is why do people? Hey, my name is Karen. I'm a fucking account manager.
Who introduces themselves as that?
Karen.
Fucking care.
How many people do you know? What's one of the first things you ask people when you meet them? What do you do? Not who you are.
No. My first thing that I ask people is like, how was your day?
No.
Or what were you up to today? What'd you get into?
I've been with this kid and he's definitely asked people what they do.
It's a fucking curiosity.
What do you do for a living? And people say I am, not I do.
Ooh, that is.
So why are people their careers and why do we take our jobs so seriously that we are our jobs? That's what I'm trying to say with this.
Alright. I can respect. I understand.
But if you want to, I don't give a fuck. To be honest. I just always thought it was peculiar.
Peculiar.
Because I'm not
Good word.
a truck driver. I drive truck for a living. I'm Keith. Bitches. Oh, Ben likes to text a lot, by the way. Especially when he's drunk. And I'm assuming all these podcasts are going to be intoxicated. So there's going to be some texting going on. He'll have his computer in front of him so he can do it that way because he's a fucking Mac fag. I don't think you can say fag anymore, but I just said it.
We don't smoke, so.
He's what was I thinking of earlier?
Techie?
No, I don't fucking know. Basically, I'm a PC peasant, and he's a Mac something.
Yeah,
Start with an M. Fill in the blank.
a magnificent motherfucker.
A Mac motherfucker. That's what
We'll
it
go
was.
with magnificent motherfucker.
Mac motherfucker and PC peasant. And I do have an iPhone, but there's no way to connect it to my PC, so.
Because he
Yeah.
has.
Which is okay. I've dealt with it. Plus, you can pirate software pretty easy on a PC.
I will be. Oh, I will give him this.
Spit it out, son.
I bought an iMac. I bought a MacBook Pro 2018, like fully loaded. Thing is gorgeous. I love it. I use it every single day. But there are times where I'm like, damn, I had to pay so much extra for so much other shit.
My gaming PC was $1,000. Your MacBook Pro.
Yes. So it was kind of funny. So I bought my Mac, and then he bought his computer, and we were kind of being like, we were kind of flexing with each other. Like, dude, I got this, I got this. It was kind of goofy. We just did it, whatever. I will be honest, I paid way too much for my computer.
Actually, getting half off. Right?
His computer
You get that bitch half
does way more than mine. Like, don't get me wrong, I love
screen
my
too,
computer.
Click.
I don't care. Like, I got more portability, but I will admit that there are certain benefits to PC. Like, I'm not against it. I'm not against
That
PCs.
tiny cock, bro.
Like, don't get
That's
me wrong.
portable.
Like, Mac, Apple, till the day I die.
Anyway,
But
enough of that.
Start doing stand-up.
Let's talk about
shots.
wait, sips. Just call it sips and dips, son.
Shots and thoughts.
Sips and trips. Took a trip. Well, I drive through Montana during the week, and I go do our old stomping grounds like Great Falls and Helena.
Hey,
Time I
what's
go
your
through Great
address?
Falls. I'm not telling you fucking address if I'm recording for this on the internet.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. That's a solid point.
I go through Great Falls a lot, so I get a lot of memories when I go through there. Like, Great Falls is the windiest place I know. And we climbed on the roof in Butte, I believe.
No, it was Great Falls. It was Great Falls.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%, because we had a La Quinta next to the river.
La Quinta.
La Quinta.
People call it La Quinta. That's straight American. Don't do that.
Don't even fucking stand at La Quinta. Fuck, dude.
Anyway, we're staying at La Quinta. And, I don't know. I don't think the roof story was that big of a deal, because climb on roofs and run on them. It's fun.
It was a story because we were walking around kind of drunk, and we were like, oh, let's go up here. And we found a tree that literally leaned against here, and it was super skinny. Like maybe 4 inches in diameter. Like, not big at all. And we're like, fuck it, let's go up it. And it worked. We went up it, and then we're on the top of this huge industrial building.
It was like commercial. It wasn't industrial.
Like commercial, industrial, whatever. Like, it was huge. Probably 160,000 square feet.
Potatoes
It
and
was
shit.
huge. And
1,000 square feet, that's tiny.
160,000 square feet.
Oh.
It was huge.
That's specific as fuck. Anyway, I don't know where we were. I want to go back there to see
But
where
we just
were.
literally started running.
I can check it out.
Running all over it. I honestly, right now,
I'm gonna
don't
find that
remember
tree
how
next
I got
time
down.
Great Falls.
Do not remember how we got
Boy, it
down.
was the tree, I'm pretty sure. The 4-inch diameter tree. Or whatever.
It was Great Falls.
It wasn't 4 inches in diameter, it was tiny. It's like a twig.
I don't fucking know, man. I don't know.
So those are old stories.
Oh my god, dude. Del Puerto Rico?
I don't fucking care. Go ahead, riff.
Riff? Oh shit, man.
Puerto Rico's great.
Alright, so this kid and I.
Do stand-up?
Oh my gosh.
I'll tell the true parts, he'll tell the story.
I'll tell him embezzlement and he'll keep me straight.
Embezzlement? You stealing shit?
Fuck you. Nah, I like to
Definitely
embezzle
put
on
it-
stories to add a little twist on
I'm
it.
uploading this as soon as you leave.
It's like put a little cherry on the pie to make the story a little bit
Anyway.
more crisp.
We were both working dumb jobs, and I was living in Louisiana. He was in Spokane.
Yep. And we started talking one day, and this fucker was like, "Oh, come down and visit me," and I was like, "All right, cool." So I bought a fucking round trip ticket to Alexandria, Louisiana.
And then I bought
I was
our
fucking-
one-way tickets to Puerto Rico.
And I did not know that until I got to Alexandria, Louisiana.
Yeah.
And then I get there, and we found out that we actually had to go into NOLA. Like, the tickets were not out of Alexandria. So we're
I
like,
didn't
oh.
find that out. I knew that. I bought the tickets. I knew we were going to abandon the truck in New Orleans. Embezzlement. Go ahead.
I had no idea what was going to
Yeah, we
happen.
spent a nice little few days in Alexandria. Said bye to my friends.
Dude,
Not
it's
my
like-
family.
We went to Slidell, Gonzales, we went all over. Went to dude, do you remember the LSU party that we went to? We literally walked into the bar and everyone had long blonde hair and buttoned up shirts, and we're just like in fucking sweats, and there's a girl in Wonder Woman.
I don't wear sweats, by the way. I wear jeans.
But do you remember Wonder Woman?
I don't remember that shit.
Oh shit, dude.
I don't do well at bars. I don't pull.
Do you remember the shaving cream at the Motel 6?
Yeah, that was fucking.
Yeah, we watched Fear and Loathing, and then we decided to.
This is renegade as we got for that whole trip.
We definitely destroyed a hotel room. Never paid for it.
Also an embezzlement. We just put shaving cream on the wall. That's it.
That's true. We didn't.
We're gonna
do
stick
it.
with that word embezzlement, by the way. I don't know if that ending is correct.
It's not.
Embezzlement.
It's not. It's not.
I'll
at
look it
all.
up real quick. But anyway, continue. Where
So-
we go from there? We spent.
So we went into NOLA, and so
say
we.
New Orleans like a fucking human.
So we're in New Orleans, and
Nola's my daughter.
so we fucking went to New Orleans, and fuck, we had no idea
Ben's
where
got a
we were
point.
going, anything like
Embezzlement
that.
is a word.
Oh my gosh. So we decided to park the truck like way the fuck down. Started walking in.
We took the trolley.
Yes, we did. And we got in. Dude, do you remember that girl? Dude, that girl, I was like, dude, this girl was high on something. I don't even know. But she
She's
handed
probably
us.
trying to get us to play fucking Cajun bingo or whatever.
No, remember? She handed us this like envelope and gave it to me, and I was like, okay. And the cops literally arrested her, and I put it in my back pocket, not even a thought in my mind.
Oh, that was Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a little Coke.
But
We had Coke.
but we had no idea what it was. Like, we literally sat down in the most weirdest place. Like, dude, we went down Bourbon until Bourbon ended, and there was a cross street for the highway.
When we get to the garage, you can be as loud as you want. Just go down a little bit.
But we went into the Broadway, man. And we were on Broadway. We kept going straight.
I don't know if there is a Broadway. It probably is.
It's Bourbon, whatever.
Oh, Royal Street was the shit. Don't go down Bourbon Street. No one likes it. Royal Street's one street over. Much better. More mellow. You won't get pulled into bars. Hey, we're on air. You can't be texting.
Just getting a ride so that he doesn't have to drive me because I love
Oh,
him.
you're getting a ride?
But dude, he loves to. I can't say it because
You can say anything you want. I also have editing power. Oh, there's a Broadway. See? Oh, Ben got 2 points. 2 points for this podcast.
for what?
Yeah, the suffix of embezzle is there's an embezzlement, and there's a Broadway street in New Orleans, but we did not go down Broadway.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, we probably did on the trolley, but we went down Bourbon.
Yeah,
Continue. What were you saying?
good with words.
You're
So
gonna
anyways,
watch this and think totally differently.
probably. But
Putting
no,
this on YouTube tomorrow.
do it.
All right, I'm not cutting that. I'm not
So,
cutting shit.
so this girl literally gave us like an envelope of shit, and we had no idea what the fuck that was.
It was white powder.
It was white
Sniff that
powder.
shit.
That's the only thing that we knew was white powder.
It made your gums numb.
And we did not know. I honestly forgot that it was even in my back pocket because she like said, "Keep it, and I put it in my back pocket, and I was like, "Fuck you." She got arrested, and then
Did you give her money?
We kept partying. No, I never gave her money at all.
It's good because that was all the money at the time.
And we kept partying and enjoying our lives and stuff. And the next thing I know, I remember like looking in my back pocket. I was like, "Oh shit! Like I have this shit. Like let's unfold it." And it was a shit ton of coke. And we walked down the fourth quarter, which is like super fucking sketchy. Like it's out of the French Quarter. Like
I don't know if there's a fourth quarter.
All right, so you got the French Quarter right here. Cause do you remember? So here's the French Quarter. We were walking. We walked past.
There's wards at that point, I think.
But no, like we walked past like the French Quarter. We walked past everything
Oh,
else.
You think things are sketchy there? I'm
No,
like, alright, this looks cool.
no. So okay, maybe it was sketchy, maybe it wasn't. But like, hear me out.
He grew up on the South Hill in Spokane. That's the Richie area. But anyway, go on.
Never wanted for anything in my life, but yet I would toss anything away
Bitch,
in my life
when
to
you-
have a coconut.
When you first got a big old check, you bought a fat ass car.
I got me some new tires. I got me some new tires.
Anyway, go on.
Case of oil.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
You just gotta be honest with yourself. If you want shit, don't be afraid to say it. Don't think you're pious when you're not.
So how did the auditions go?
Pious or bias?
No, you gotta go through the
Fuck is pious?
I can't explain words. I gotta Google this shit. I use it right though.
I know what bias is, but pious. Pious is unique.
Pious is
What year is this?
making it. Oh shit, maybe I did say it wrong.
1 point.
Making a
Benjamin.
hypocritical display of virtue.
Yeah. you
So
did.
that was pious of him to say.
the door. You can do anything you want outside of your job.
But anyway, continue.
Pious. I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket.
Piety is a spiritual terminology. Piety is a virtue which may include religious devotion, spirituality, or a mixture of both. A common element in most conceptions of piety is humility. So I did use the word right. Ben exudes humility, but in real life, he'll buy a fucking Corrado with 20 grand. Not gonna give that shit to charity. Also, fuck charity. Just kidding.
No,
Certain charities are cool.
I will definitely do a charity to the whores of the world. They're working women. They need to be recognized.
Now, that's a topic that you could talk about. Prostitution. That should definitely be legal.
How so?
Not abortion. Don't talk about that shit.
I'm not talking about abortion. I'm talking about
You were.
selling
I'm
yourself.
editing that in. No. So, as Joe Rogan, we're watching a podcast while making a podcast, so bear with us. Joe Rogan, very reasonable guy, brings up a great point. How can you provide and sell a massage, but you can't have someone massage your dick, right? Well, fuck. Sex is everyone wants it. Why can't you just buy it? You can. It's totally legal to do it for free. Why
But is it?
illegal? Yes. Do you have sex with your girlfriend? Is it illegal?
I don't know. If it's in
Some
public,
states-
it was illegal.
I'm saying, in the privacy
Of your own
of an
home.
abode, of any home.
Okay. Okay.
Some states you probably can't do it in public. Who cares? But anyway, is sex illegal? No. Is sex illegal while paying for it? Yes. Why? Also, that brings up the point. What does paying for it mean? Because I buy my wife a lot of shit. I already have one on my face. I buy my wife a lot of shit. We have sex. They're not directly correlated, but there's some crossing lines, right?
So,
I definitely wooed her with a little bit of cash.
and a little bit of a dick.
But that's not prostitution because, we're married.
But
Eventually.
the thing is, it's prostitution is the servitude
Do you think it's wrong?
of.
So now,
Do you think selling a body is wrong?
okay, but I got 15 minutes.
What I'm trying to say is, sir, I can't.
No, I'm asking you.
I think slavery is wrong. Yes, a servitude is wrong. Selling yourself,
Yeah, these independent bitches.
I think that's your own way. Like that's on you. You can do what you want.
Right.
But I think like slavery, like you're mine. I can do whatever the fuck I want with you. That's completely different. Like if you choose
Well-
to do something and have that upon you, that's on you.
Right.
But slavery,
But sex slavery accounts for a very low percentage of actual prostitution. So, as far as a woman selling her pussy for, you know, whatever denomination, do you think that's wrong?
what was that?
But he didn't want to leave the conversation.
Slavery accounts for a very low proportion of prostitution.
They have podcasts.
But
Yeah, they have a
these
podcast.
independent bitches selling them pussies for whatever denomination they see fit, is that wrong?
I went over there, and I noticed when I got
Now, I'll say, I wouldn't want my daughter doing it, I wouldn't want anybody, any
That's
females that I
hard
love doing it,
because,
but I also believe that independent bitches can do what they want with their own pussy.
but the problem is like,
Yeah, what is the problem?
so there's
It's the oldest profession, by the way.
oh god, there's no problem with it. It's just like if I had a daughter, I would be.
Well, also,
it
you
would
wouldn't want your
kill
daughter to
me.
go to fast food, right?
No, I'd rather her go to fast
No,
food
I'm not
than
saying. I'm
fast
not
bitches.
saying. I'm not saying this or that. I'm saying, would you rather her go into fast food or be a physicist?
this person come by and sing. She loved people to sing.
Physicist,
Okay, would you rather her be a prostitute or a physicist?
2 or 3 of them had each other.
physicist.
So it's probably how you raise her and what you provide for her. But
Ooh.
that profession shouldn't be illegal. Just like fast food profession shouldn't be illegal.
That's very well point. That's a very good
Yeah,
point.
raise your fucking kids right, people. God damn.
But the point is you cannot differentiate how that kid is going to be raised. All you can do is hope and pray that your kid that you
it's
raise.
called parenting. It's called raising kids. It's not called hoping and praying.
No, but
It's
you
called
know,
hopefully providing her with a loving household.
you're always going to provide a healthy and happy household.
Yeah.
But you
and-
can't direct her mind.
No, I can't direct her mind. But
And
what I
that's
can
it.
do is teach her
Well, she's always had comments.
morals and values that I've learned, and integrity for herself and her personality and her body, and that's what I plan on doing. But no, I can't. I'm not gonna ever tell her what to think. I'm gonna tell her that how.
You're
I'm
going
gonna teach her how to think, but not what to think. I'm gonna teach her how to question authority and bullshit, and not what to say to authority and bullshit.
So you want her to question and challenge things, is what I'm hearing.
She's gonna experiment, obviously, and that's gonna suck.
Just like you did. Just like I did.
Hopefully, our two-parent loving household will teach her some integrity for herself and
No,
self-esteem.
no. It doesn't matter about self-esteem. It doesn't matter about
That's a big part.
anything.
It's
No,
a huge
no,
part. Have
no.
you seen the statistics?
It matters.
Single-parent households with shitty situations are the ones who end up in those professions.
Yes, but her, you, and her herself, you guys together are gonna raise this girl, and she's gonna be beautiful and amazing.
Yeah,
You guys have both been through some incredible things,
right.
and you just said, "Oh, I want to teach her to do this and this." No, like show her and be there for her for certain situations, and let her.
Well, you're not
Cheers.
listening to what I'm saying, because I'm saying that I don't want to teach her what to think. I want to teach her how to think, and that's all I can do.
Teach her the good and let
That's
her.
how to think. Give her a moral guideline, not dictate what she does and says, but
Okay.
but
Okay.
teach her a baseline. And I'm not Christian, so I'm not going from that baseline.
So do you want your daughter to do anal?
It's going.
Guys, we are going to do some shots and thoughts. And, you know, I've been through a lot in my life. I've been a good man. I've been a horrible man. I've been a shitty person. A lot. And, you know, last 6 months, I hope that I can make the people in my life smile a little more, because I failed.
This is really fucking sad.
It is sad. But
Jesus.
dude, it's not sad as I didn't fucking succeed. Fuck yeah, dude, I fucking succeeded like a motherfucker. But no, it's not sad at all. It's just, I want to be able to take a fucking stone and be like, yes, this is mine.
It's a stone?
Yeah.
Ain't no value to that, bro.
No, none. And that's my point.
That's some fucking leverite.
I put a value to everything in this
Leverite where it is.
I put a value to everything in this world. And I don't want a value to anything. I've gotten rid of my TVs. I've gotten rid of everything.
They're in storage.
I got my computer and I got my cell phone. That's
An
it.
iPhone 11
Pro.
bruh. Pro. Let's be honest.
And you know it's a MacBook Pro too.
This boy right here is building an iPhone 7.
I spent $3,000 on everything, but I don't have anything else. I don't got TVs. I don't got.
If you listen to this podcast more, Ben will take you to some deeper realms,
True.
and I'll talk shit about those realms.
100%.
That's about it.
Cause you little cunt.
I'm all about the service.
Well, when I go down a rabbit hole, you sit there and you don't necessarily pull me out, but you realize where I'm at, and then you call me out on my shit.
Well, yeah.
Like you go down there
jokes
with
in there.
you go down the rabbit with me, and then you're like, what the fuck are you expecting? And it's kind of beautifully existential.
Existential. There's some jokes in there for sure.
And this is going on YouTube.
Yeah, and you can't do anything about it.
I don't want to.
That's a solid fucking contract right there.
It is actually handshake in
Wait, hold
Washington State. You can post this wherever you want to. Handshake in
Also-
Washington State is liable for 1 year.
Also,
Fun fact.
I could just do it if I wanted to. It's legal.
True. Because they gave you my permission to
Now,
record.
I could just record as public space. You're in my public space right here. Or my
How about
private
you
space.
fuck your mom? Don't. No.
I am from the South, but I draw a line somewhere.
Exactly.
Third cousins.
Exactly.
Which is funny because I found out an ancestry DNA report that that's as far as I've been. Third cousins.
Dude, I've never done ancestry.
Don't do it. You'll find out some weird shit about who you banged.
Nah, man, I haven't banged that many people.
No, it doesn't matter how many. It's just who. You know, how close they are to your family. Third cousins.
I've never fucked anyone that's Simone, so I
Trace
think
Cosinos.
I'm good.
You're probably banging a cousin or so.
Oh my god, dude, I fucked this girl this one time. Like, she was like so nice, so sweet. We had sex. I thought I was going somewhere. Next morning, she disappeared. Never talked to her again.
That's supposed to be your fucking part.
Exactly, dude. I was like, I literally looked around. I was like,
Can we
what
say
the-
that you're more of the woman in the relationship? I don't know if that was clear. Woman in the relationship.
I'm more of the wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
So his current girlfriend is more like me.
My current
Which is why I
girlfriend,
like-
who I love dearly, Hannah
It's that butt.
Louise Frost.
Don't say her full fucking name.
I love her. I love her to death.
It's probably like Lewis or something.
It's definitely not it's Louise.
Louise. With a Z.
It's actually not Louise. It's Lucille. Hannah Lucille.
You keep saying it.
Frost. Anyways,
Wow, you fucked it up. Or on purpose.
I love her, and I
And-
tell her everything.
And she's like, whatever.
Like she knows my darkest secrets. She
Also,
knows,
she's good. She'll definitely be on the podcast one day.
Oh,
And that'll
she
be
will.
hilarious.
She will. She's my she's my homegirl. She's my homie. She's my ride or die.
It's gonna be fun.
And
I think we can talk about something new every time. Because this
Fuck
is
yeah.
non-specific.
this, I don't know what we've even talked about.
As long as we have booze, we're good.
What do you think? It's shots and thoughts.
Thoughts. Nah, it's thoughts. We're gonna have to pry that phone out of Ben's fucking little measly ass hands there. I'll use his computer though. Fucking Mac.
I didn't bring it.
Anyway, well, I mean, you can have it in the garage. We're gonna do a garage cast permanently. So it's gonna be some shitty sound quality, but you'll hear us.
We
Your boy
ain't-
right here's got the gear.
It does.
I'll set up soundproofing just right. Boring stuff. But anyway,
I gotta pee like a motherfucker.
we can take a break. Do it.
How?
I'll just make a little slap. And I cut that out. You can see it in the audio waves. Yeah, that's why that when they do the little fucking thing with the camera, that's what that's for, to sync up the sound, because the microphones are separate.
Henry was like, hey, we should do that, man. That'd be kind of funny, you know, maybe be comedians. I was like, nah.
Do it up.
I think so.
I gotta pee too, so hurry up.
One night we just said, I think I had someone.
I'll just introduce myself.
It was like, hey, me and my brother are gonna maybe we do the mic.
I'm Keith. I'm actually the host.
Throw you up, this and that. And,
I'm the main dude.
He's the one who pressured me into it. We practiced.
That motherfucker right there. He's just, he's a big part of it. But you'll notice he's the bullshit artist. I like to throw a little wrench in his game. A little crescent wrench in his game. But I'm Keith, 30 years old, semi-married, definitely a father of a beautiful young girl. Don't take that shit for granted. Fatherhood is it's a great thing. Whiskey's the shit. Talking is the shit. And that's what we're doing here. Taking life less seriously is my thing. I used to be like that. I used to be fucking really emotional back in my early 20s. I got over that stuff. I realized that, I mean, now that I'm a father, I see life as a little more serious. Mostly her life, but my life, just take things a lot less seriously. And get over the things that affected you in the past. Generally just be a, you know, fun, life-loving person. Humor. That's what you want to get through some things, and Ben needs to learn that. Just laugh at shit.
Laugh at
Bleed
what?
the old lizard. Humor. Humor gets you through a lot.
Problem is certain people understand
Also, you'll also notice that Ben says problem is a lot. Notice that. We'll put a little marker on the bottom or something when he says it. That's called excuses. Learn from Jocko Willink, son. Ain't no problems, no solutions.
it. I do make a lot of excuses, but
Talk to the camera.
however, regardless of the excuses that I make, are never. I'm always determined. Like I may fail, I may fall short of certain things, but I always win at anything I want. And it's not win at, I'm not going to win a huge snowboarding contest or anything like that. But if there's something in my life that I'm determined enough to succeed, there's nothing in my life that I won't accomplish. And people always think like, oh, you can't do that because like you don't have a car, you don't have a job, you don't have a degree. Nah, fuck that. Like, pisses me off so fucking much. If you don't have a car, you don't have a degree, I do not give a shit. If you want to do something in this life, fucking do it.
That's right.
And I don't have a degree. You know, I've done a shit ton of stuff in my life that is pretty incredible. And it's pretty amazing. But it's because I wanted to do it. And meeting my girlfriend, she was like, I'm not going to date someone that doesn't have their life together. She literally said that to me. And it was because she's never dated anyone that is without a college degree. And I kept getting these jobs. And she's like, how the fuck are you getting these jobs? And I was like, I have the experience. She's like, these jobs. Yeah. I mean, they were short-lived, whatever. But I always had an opportunity for some incredible jobs because I worked hard. I worked very, 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 very hard. And I'm not saying that's true for everyone. But my girlfriend, she thought and she viewed me as like, okay, whatever, blah. But thing is, she is incredible and amazing. And I was lucky enough that she stayed with me so I could show her that I was determined. I could show her that a momentary part of my life wasn't stagnant.
It's a beautiful thing. Anyway, I want to say something about jobs really quick. To me, personally, job is a contract between two people, right? You're selling your wages. Your employer's paying you for those wages. You guys agree upon that? If you don't complain about it later. Realize that you made that decision in the first place. This is a little Republican of me, but I don't really go to either side. I say I'm left of center, but anyway.
Don't be saying how your dick curves.
It actually does go left of center. Yeah, I gotta fix my underwear all the time. Anyway, what I'm saying is that take responsibility for the job that you are contracted to do, whatever that employment contract is. Luckily for me, I enjoy my job to where we agreed upon a salary. I knew what the job was. I do the job, I get paid the salary. I work as much as they need or as little as they need. All of my employers in the past have all called me back because I'm fucking awesome. Because I left on good terms. I've always left a job voluntarily.
But he only works one job right now.
Only one job. This is, a little other thing. But, I mean, the first week I was at my new job, my old job called me back and said my truck was ready. I was like, you got the wrong number. And they were like, no, we're ready for you when you come back. I was like, well, I appreciate that. Truck driver is very simple. If you want to get your CDL and make a little money before the AI trucks come in, do that. It pays really well, especially if you can get the right job. My daughter's moving around a little bit. I'm kind of watching her. But what I'm saying is, if you don't perform in your job, don't complain to your employer that they did something wrong. You did something wrong. Alright? This motherfucker complains about what they did wrong.
I will be honest, like,
Also, he's had some pretty fucking sketchy employers. Don't work for somebody who's sketchy, alright?
I have
Don't
a
be a
company.
middleman. Don't be a middleman in some kind of weird ass arbitrage company like this motherfucker was doing. Not even 1099.
No, they fucking
He
literally.
didn't exist in their
No,
books.
I didn't. They're like, oh, let me see your ID. And they took my ID and they even fucking scanned it.
Also, shout out to Cheers to Many Years, 7/21/2018.
They never looked at me. Ever. And I was an independent contractor, and my dumbass decided to be a little pissy with them. And then,
So his job
a
was
manager's
basically,
I
correct
was
me
a
if I'm
broker.
wrong, to buy shit he didn't own, to sell shit he didn't own.
As a
Be a
broker.
middleman between buyers and sellers. And
Broker for large construction equipment.
this motherfucker did not make one sale. They fired him. I don't know if you can call it fired because he was never really employed.
I was, yeah.
So they paid him basically a little bit of a salary just to be on the phone. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So they had their failings. Ben had his failings. When you get into a job, just give it your all. If you're gonna sell your wages to a company, sell them all. Don't just give them half-ass wages. And make sure you negotiate. When you take a job,
Know what you're worth.
know what you're worth.
Like, don't
The
don't just be
posted-
like, oh yeah, this is good. Like, no, fuck that. Like,
The
know the
posted-
fuck you're worth.
The posted salary is a generalization. It's not what they're going to pay you. It's what you're worth. So if you come in and saying, we pay $50,000 a year for this job, and say, oh, well, I'm worth about 70, so can we work with that? You gotta do a little back and forth. You know, it's especially hard for the historically, it's harder for women to negotiate in these positions.
Not necessarily even against women or anything like that. It's just most people are literally not confident in negotiating those positions.
Yeah.
Regardless.
He counts.
Because for me, like,
Especially
yeah,
if there's a salary range in the posting, aim for the higher salary range. If you know you're worth it. If you're not worth the higher salary range, don't apply.
but also at the same time, like,
Oh, also do a fucking cover letter, you bitch ass motherfuckers.
yeah, do a cover letter.
Stand apart. There's 1,000 applications.
Do a cover letter. If it's a company you want to be with, do a cover letter. I will say that.
Anyway,
He's a little cunt, but do a cover letter. I will
an
say.
employment contract, no matter what state you're in, just on principle, is a contract between two people saying, I will provide this for this amount of compensation. If you complain about it later, I just think you're a bitch. Let's be honest.
And also make sure that your intellectual properties are protected.
Go through everything in the contract.
Go through everything.
You don't have to just sign a non-disclaimer.
But if you're going to work through something, and you're going to put the time and the money and the energy into the logistics of something, make sure you get it.
Now, I say you don't have to just to sign a disclaimer, but on the
Hello?
opposite side, if you would like
Are
to,
you here?
if you want to
Where
work
are
for this
you at?
company, they are willing to hire you if you sign that
Alpha Crest
disclaimer.
line?
Sorry, Ben kind of fucked me up there. They can decide not to hire you. That's their choice.
Shooters.
That's where it comes in on showing your worth. Let me see if we're still recording. Oh yeah.
focuses.
And he had,
Then got a little phone call from his butt buddy.
he had
What's up?
gym,
Going home?
boxing, gym where you box.
Trying to get it so that you don't have to drive me home.
All right. Well, that's cool. I hope this shit's in focus.
And I realized
It's on autofocus, so hopefully.
their house there was for sale.
But anyway,
For about $4 million.
how many minutes you got?
People realize the rich and fried living that they don't want to do that because he caught on fire over there.
You fucking answer me?
Remember the time he got
We're
caught on
live.
fire?
You live.
You know that house? It was in the house there.
Your mom's alive.
That's in like Northridge or something, Park Big.
Yeah, it's on Park.
Seriously, how many minutes you got?
It's right down the street.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he coming to get
We go
you?
to every.
Yeah.
How many minutes?
Can you imagine owning Richard Pryor's old
It's
house?
kind of cool. Yeah.
Alright.
15.
Probably
Probably
about
15.
10 minutes left until it starts. So.
Haha.
You gotta remember in that card.
Those cocaine days must have been crazy there.
Oh man! And what's amazing about this?
Take responsibility for your actions and your situations, especially in employment.
True.
And it's weird for me to talk about because I'm the one saying that you shouldn't be your career, but you should definitely fulfill your obligations that you've signed up for. Be a man of your word. Right, Ben? That's right.
If you say you're going to do something and you don't,
You can go
you
bitch.
can go fuck off for all I care.
Yeah, Ben. Fuck off.
You say something, you promise something. Doesn't even matter if you promise. You're like, hey, I want to do this at this time. Done. That's your word. You do that. Period. End of story.
Yeah, you want to save the rest for another time?
How old was he back then?
Sammy?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet this was
Ugh.
76. He must have been. Wow, he was
Some down.
He died about 60. He was 62.
I just think that you guys need to realize
50s, 40s, and 50s.
life isn't about
And a limousine.
Imagine being a fly on the wall. But Sammy
Money.
Davis Jr. pulls up in a tuxedo.
It's about
steps out.
relationships
Yeah, watch that play.
and moments. And it's about
We also fucking
the times that you get
Money
to
helps.
spend with another person.
Sammy, grown house, on there.
Yes.
But
How do I
On
turn
that
that
note,
off? How do I turn that off?
and on that note, gang,
Oh yeah,
we out.
that's the day, bro.
I don't know what that is.
We'll cut that shit.